the heroes.
Look out, look out, look out.
Come on, buddy, stay with me. Stay with me here.
Who risk it all.
Hey, he's gone, all right? He had 9 good ones, man. Let him go.
Not on my watch.
Well, we talked to a lot of firefighters. I have a bunch of family that are firefighters, and as a matter of fact, one of them was our technical consultant to make us look like we knew what we were doing.
Did you hire the guy that was your friend?
We hired my cousin Bill.
Cousin Bill.
Cousin Bill.
William.
Did it.
William Heffernan.
William Heffernan. Yeah, and he
AKA
came
Hollywood
and,
Heffernan now, because he
Hollywood
changed.
Heffernan.
He changed.
But it was important to us because we love for firefighters to like the show too, and I think the more authentic it feels, the more they like it.
Yeah, and I mean, basically we stole his life stories. We sat him down. He told us about some of the more ridiculous calls that they had been on and some of the stuff that these guys do in the station. We were like, this is fantastic material for a show. And then when we went and filmed in an actual station, all the firefighters there started telling us their stories. And you realize that all of these firefighters have a million stories because, 20 times a day they're going out on calls. They're not all fires. They're pretty ridiculous. And then they live with each other 24 hours a day, and they're just like going after each other to fight the boredom then.
So we're thinking like 10 seasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what the stories we got.
22 episode order,
Yeah.
10 seasons.
Unlimited material.
Everyone knows in a feud is tit for tat.
Fall back, McConkey.
I'm the fire chief. They hit us twice in a row. They tit-tat-tatted us.
Well, the funny thing about that question is that actually it wasn't the TV executives who were saying that. It was us to each other. We were like, maybe we should do another thing,
Well, that's
just like
'cause
Super Troopers.
After we did the first Super Troopers, we made a movie called Club Dread, which is a horror comedy in a totally different genre of Super Troopers, and people didn't embrace that because of that reason, I feel like. And I think finally we've learned our lesson.
Yeah, in fact, we made
People want the mustaches.
They want the mustaches.
You got to give them the mustaches.
But that's what appeals to people. It's that relatability. I know those guys, or I see those guys, or I'm one of those people. And that's, I think, with Broken Lizard, that was something that people responded to. And certainly with this new crew that we've got, that's what people really like. There is no funny fire.
Right.
Yes.
But a fire at a
weed
weed
dispensary
dispensary
is
is...
a funny fire.
Yeah. We've started making a list of the funny fires. And each final episode of each season will feature that funny idea that we've come up
So you got to build up to the whole season, then you
And then you get a
your
fire.
budget.
Yeah, the fire budget is episode 10.
Yeah. Whatever money we've got left over, it goes into the
It
fire.
goes into the fire.
How big it's going to be, yeah. You can
I mean,
decide.
the weed dispensary fire is not a huge fire, but it is a fire.
Yeah.
But like the firefighters tell us, like 85% of their calls are like medical or someone getting something stuck in something, or
Yeah, cat
them-
entry.
Yeah, freeing someone from something. Those are what a lot of their calls are.
Yeah, they say these days, the fire is slightly down due to like intelligence about, fire awareness and different synthetic materials that don't catch as easily. And so they say now it's the stupid people that keep them in business. Because there are people that would literally try to stick their head in between the two bars of a fence and then get it stuck there. And that's where the fire department can come in.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely technical advisors and fire marshals and all that. You have to get permits and.
You have to have an actual truck hooked
and
up on set.
The funny thing was when we shot our fire, it's not a funny thing. We shot our fire. It was right around the time the wildfires were happening, and we felt guilty that we were shooting this fire scene when real fires were going on, and then all these firefighters out in the hills like doing the job for real.
Yeah, and then we
got a little weed dispensary fire going on over here.
It's like a little bar that's got a couple holes in it with the gas coming out and that lights on fire. And then we're in there sweating like, it's so hot. And there's an actual LA firefighter there as the safety guy, and he's looking at us like these guys are soft. Like there are real firefighting going on right now. And then it was like we were shooting the fire truck on the street, and a guy pulled up next to us and was like, "You guys came all the way from Tacoma? Right on, man." And I didn't have the heart to tell him that we were just actors playing firefighters.
So tell that guy now. Sorry, man.
Sorry,
just
dude.
actors.
What's my nickname?
That'll come in time.
What was my dad's?
Tuna can.
Why?
Because his junk is wider than it is long.
Yeah, it's gross.
I mean, part of it is just the amount of material, like we're in the edit room now, and we're about 2/3 of the way through the season, and you realize that you're really editing 3 movies, or the equivalent of material of 3 movies, and I think it's that. To me, it's the amount of material and how much material you have to crank out.
In the same amount of time that normally you have for one movie. And then, but that's the thing that also makes it fun is that shooting a TV show, each week you're doing a new episode, new stories, and then, you know, when you're editing them, it's the same thing. You're like, oh man, I can't wait to do this episode. I can't wait to do this episode. So it's just, you know, it keeps it fresh.
We're learning that as we go along, just in terms of your act breaks and things like that, which you don't have the same kind of act breaks in the movie. You have act breaks, but not like going to commercial breaks, which you need those little jokes on the end of. And but in the writer's room, you know, we worked with some folks who have a lot more experience in that world than us, and we kind of learned as we went along too, and how to hit those TV moments, you know.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. It was, you know, as first-time showrunners, the network just wanted to make sure that they had somebody with TV experience in the room. So we got these guys, very experienced showrunners, and they were like, we're going to let you behind the curtain a little bit. Let me just tell you this. The first act, that's the poster. And we're like, oh, like the first act in a movie. And they're like, yeah. And they're like, at the end of the second act, Jimmy runs away. And we're like, oh, so that's the low point. They're like, yeah. And they're like, in the third act, you resolve it. And we're like, okay, we get it now. We got it.
You wouldn't be pulling any pranks, would you? What kind of pranks? Pranks? Pranky pranks? Covert pranks?
Oh, shit! You're scraping toilets, Chief!
Ribbing
we
the
were
haze of
in the
each
same fraternity in college, so
So Kevin
we
hazed
all
me.
got hazed.
Kevin hazed me.
I never hazed you, I don't think. Did I haze you?
He hated me. Let's get rid of the Z and put in a T there. He hated
That's
me.
different though.
Yeah, he didn't want me to be in that
Right.
fraternity.
But it was always good-natured hazing, like we have here, where I think it's.
We called it crazing.
Is that what it
Or
is?
lazing. We called it lazing. Yeah.
But I don't know. Have you been hazing a job?
I mean, we kind of haze each other.
What
like,
about when you're waiting tables? You get hazed by the senior waiters?
They gave you the shitty sections.
Yeah.
Not really. Not really. I mean, you know, maybe like we make fun of each other, like in Broken Lizard, like when we're writing with each other, like, but it's constant hazing, and equal hazing.
That's the House of Pain. Yeah.
Yeah, we call it the House of Pain, Broken Lizard.
Yeah.
This was no, it was a pretty safe environment.
Because also, like, we're the bosses, right?
Yeah,
We get to do whatever we want.
that's right. We haze them.
Yeah. We don't get hazed.
We don't get hazed.
You like TP their car. Yeah. Like, fuck you guys.
You got to be pretty brave to haze one of us
That's right.
on this show.
That's right.
I pity the fool who tries to haze us.
That's right.
Anyone that's watching this is you're gonna get hazed on the street.
Better not.
Oh, well, no, in terms of that, we get hazed all the time. I mean, he plays Farva and Landfill in our two biggest movies. Like, if we go out to a bar together, guys run up to him with shots. I've seen people stick a bicycle pump in his mouth full of beer and just shoot it down his throat. That's real life hazing.
Be careful what you wish for.
I've
out
seen
there,
that.
People. Be careful what you wish for.
There will be no hazing.
Let me out! Let me down! He's up there crying like a little girl. Like a genderless creature. He's crying like a genderless creature.
I'm hot.